It's time for the uncommon sense conversations right here on sinceyoux.com and also the True Vision, thetruevision.net.
There it is.
This is Jay Howard along with Michael B. Wright. Michael B. They got serious and got hot off the press. What is going on, my brother?
Bruh. What you say, man? A God?
Man,
Man.
shite done got real, bro.
Oh, it done got real quick, man. That's all I can tell you, boy. This
What?
shite done got real.
Man,
You knew it was coming, but god dang.
I didn't know it was coming like this, man.
Buckle up, buttercup. Here we go.
Buckle up, buttercup. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
you talking about making sense out of uncommon sense situations.
Is it possible?
When you woke up,
Man.
you had a freeze on federal grants and funding. Like what?
Yeah, bruh. This, you can't make this stuff up. You can't
Then-
make this stuff up.
Then they tried to log into the Medicaid system and couldn't get in.
Shut down. Shut down.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude,
Dude, what?
who
what?
does this?
Trump.
Oh yeah, he said he was gonna do that, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up.
Man, he's trying to pay for the wall. He's trying to pay for the locking up the immigrant. He off the chain.
He going for it all, man. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna pay for it. You got to find some kind of savings. But I'm still trying to figure out, bro. You can't make this stuff up, man.
No.
But again, I don't care how many folks you lay off. That's not gonna put a dent in your budget.
No,
So
not
I
at all.
I don't know
But now I guess we gotta go here first.
where we're going.
Okay. The first thing you do, well, not the first thing you do, but
Right?
even before the evening was rolling in,
Yeah.
you're gonna offer out a buyout to all 2 million federal workers.
2 million. Now come on now, bro.
Come on now, 2 million?
Come on now, bro. Who gonna be in the office?
Right. How you gonna replace 2 million?
I just say who gonna be in the office if you lay off 2 million folks?
2 million folks.
How stuff gonna get done?
Hmm.
You cannot replace 2 million people overnight. And another thing about this late night stuff, man, that he's doing. Come on, dude. But who does this stuff?
It seems like he's just sitting at the desk signing executive orders. That's all he's doing.
Well, again, man, it's the folks behind the scenes telling him what's getting ready to happen, and he just followed suit. He don't know what's going on, man.
No, not at all.
Because again, to offer buyout to 2 million people, if everybody takes that buyout, can you imagine what's going to happen to the federal government?
Shut down. Shut down, man.
You can't replace 2 million people overnight,
All at one time?
bruh. If all of them take it,
Bruh, even if 50,000 of them take it, you in trouble.
I don't see how they're gonna work, man.
Come on, man.
And then the other part about it, man, who signed off on the severance package? Did Congress sign off on that?
No.
Okay, so how can he offer something that Congress ain't approved yet?
Exactly.
He signs. He says,
The severance package go all the way till September.
and I'm asking, did Congress approve that? That's the question. Somebody
I
that
haven't even seen it.
okay, again, that's a question. Somebody that Mike Johnson, because bruh, is he speaking for both Congress, Senate, and you two?
You mean the puppet?
That you know what?
Come on, man.
See, this is why you running for president.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
I'm going to be your campaign manager, player.
No, sir, play.
Bruh, man, you can't. Now he's putting it under the cloak of if those who don't want to return, you can take the buyout. But then it says if your position is eliminated, you will be treated with all due respect and yada yada yada. So which one is it?
You going to eliminate it, or am I going to accept the buyout?
See, which one you going with it? But see, that's the same letter your boy Musk wrote to Twitter.
Yeah,
Same thing he did at Twitter, man. So come on now,
exactly.
you
So
can't make
pulling
this
that string.
up. I told
Mm.
you, man, he don't
Oh,
know what's going on.
President Musk.
That's the boy.
Wow,
They don't know what's going on, man. There's
man.
no rhyme or reason behind it, bro.
We might as well touch this. Trump's federal grants freeze, right?
Uh, try
But
it.
but there was a twist to this.
It's always
A twist, right?
always a twist.
This is really the latest stunning use of power from President Donald Trump's White House, just 8 days now into his new administration. And look, this internal memo that was circulated by the White House Office of Management and Budget says that all federal grants and loans will be halted starting at 5 p.m. today, potentially impacting trillions of dollars in spending, and also potentially impacting millions of Americans who rely on this type of funding.
Not only is there a constitutional issue, but there's also a law that was meant to address this, which does address it, the Impoundment Act. And this, on its face, clearly violates that. I mean, the 45 days was just mentioned within the Impoundment Act allows for some temporary pauses, but the emphasis is on the transparency being required to Congress, that the executive branch would have to set forth the exact reasons. And, the reasons they gave in this memo is just a bunch of campaign slogans like, Marxist, anti-Marxist things, anti-trans issues. And it's very flimsy. I mean, on its face, I think what's interesting, John, is it sounds like it's kind of more, meat to the base. But underneath that is really this enormous expansion, continued expansion of the unitary executive theory, giving the president as much power as possible. So it's definitely headed for the courts.
That right there.
That part.
Hold up, player. Hold up.
That part.
You can't do this.
He trying it.
This is unconstitutional.
They don't care.
But just before 5 o'clock today,
Yes, sir.
the judge came in,
You know it.
and in our words, this is not the judge's words, but our words.
Do it for me.
Hell no, shawty. You cannot do this.
There it is right there.
No, hell no, shawty. What you doing?
Bruh, man.
Bruh, see, this is the problem, though.
Hmm.
You already had them that couldn't get into the system.
That
Because not only that it affect Medicaid,
That
but it
part.
also affect those that were getting food stamps,
Mhm.
all kind of federal assistance.
Exactly.
So they couldn't get into the system because they locked them out of the system.
See that?
Now, the thing is, can they get into the system?
Now that they can still control that button, they can't.
Right. But they say, well, yeah, they can still get in. All we got to do is turn it back on. No, it ain't that easy.
Just turn it back on.
Turn it back on.
Who the heck turned it off?
Trump.
You know? Yeah, man. You can't do this, man. And again, Doc, this is what they signed up for.
Right.
When you gave this man little dollars support, man, and you didn't bring him in, what you expect?
Exactly.
What you expect? But again, the terms that you use, because even the new quote unquote press secretary, she said the same words to stop supporting wokeism and illegal DEI. Well, hell, y'all done killed that, so there's no more DEI.
Ain't no more of that.
Yeah, so you can even use that as a reason. Y'all done cut that out.
Right.
So it's like, man, you're making up stuff, man. There's no rhyme or reason behind this. And at the end of the day, Doc, it's those people, man, that does not have a voice in this fight and does not have a dog in this fight, that you can't say nothing. You at the whims of somebody pushing the button.
Right.
That's where you are.
That's where you are.
Because
This is what Murphy said about Trump, about the freezing of all federal grants.
See that?
This is what a king does, he says.
Because he does.
Yeah. That's what he want to be.
So this
easy.
is an attempt by Donald Trump to seize power. That sounds like a provocative thing to say, but how else do you describe what we have watched happen over the last week? The broad immunization of political violence, the illegal firing of inspectors general there to make sure that the money of the taxpayers isn't stolen. And today, the illegal and unconstitutional decision to put the President of the United States and no one else in charge of who gets federal money and who doesn't. What President Trump is doing is seizing control of the federal budget and deciding by himself who gets money and who doesn't. For two reasons. One, he wants to bank money so that he can afford his massive tax cut for billionaires and corporations. But second, so that he can hand out money to his friends, to the companies that are run by his billionaire donors, to states that voted for him, to congressional districts with members of Congress who are loyal to him, and so that he can deny money to any organization run by Democrats, to companies that are competitors to his billionaire friends, to congressional districts represented by his political opponents. This is what a king does. This is not how a democracy works. One man does not decide how taxpayers' money is spent so that it only gets sent to the president's political friends and it gets used to punish his political enemies. The scope of the damage that will be done is enormous. To poor kids who rely on Head Start programs, to families who desperately need that cancer research done, to veterans who, if they miss one or two appointments, their life falls apart suddenly overnight. We have to understand what is happening in context, right? The president wants you to be distracted by the day-to-day announcements, but put together the pardoning of the violent rioters, the firing of the inspectors general, and today, the stoppage of federal funding, leaving the decision only to the political whims of President Trump, represents the gravest, most serious constitutional crisis of our lifetime, one that threatens to undermine the very premise of American democracy. And I'm glad to be standing here with my colleagues to raise this alarm.
Finally, the Democrats say some.
Yeah, man, but you got to do something.
You got to do something, man.
Yeah, man. If y'all the guardrails, man, y'all better start putting up the banner or something.
Exactly. You already know what he's doing. You just spelled it out what he's doing.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's up to you to do something right now.
And
instead of just letting this man be king.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what right there, man. I mean, we can get in front of the podium all you want. The question becomes, what are you doing to rein this guy in? That's what I'm telling you, man. This cat is serving a greater evil. Trump has no idea what's going on.
No idea, bro. He just signed the executive orders.
That's all he's
doing.
Because any president should know what is legal and what is not legal that you can sign into law or sign into executive action. You should first know that. That's 101. But I mean, this dude has no clue.
No.
So here we are, you know. But
yeah.
I mean, to do a blanket stoppage like that, man, like you said, man, and push the pause button without any kind of explanation, without any kind of recourse, without any kind of direction as to which way you're going with this, you know, how long. Just, dude. That makes no sense at all. And I'm still surprised how he was able to do that again without congressional approval.
And he almost pulled it off.
Oh,
I mean, 5 o'clock though. 5 o'clock was going to be the telltale.
Well, seemed like to me he pulled it off by signing that paper. But at the end of the day, bro, you're setting up now. You know, you're sending the government to court now. So now you got to send the money over there to the Department of Justice to defend this foolishness. Which now you just wasting money, time, and energy.
Exactly.
So I don't see the end game, man. I don't see the end game.
I don't see the end game.
You know.
So here's Senator Tim Kaine. He blasted about the federal freeze.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Alarms about what this means for our very democracy are sounding, and they too are deafening.
This is an attempt by Donald Trump to seize power. This is what a king does. This is not how a democracy works. One man does not decide how taxpayers' money is spent so that it only gets sent to the president's political friends and it gets used to punish his political enemies. The president wants you to be distracted by the day-to-day announcements, but put together the pardoning of the violent rioters, the firing of the inspectors general, and today, the stoppage of federal funding, leaving the decision only to the political whims of President Trump, represents the gravest, most serious constitutional crisis of our lifetime, one that threatens to undermine the very premise of American democracy.
Senator Chris Murphy will be our guest later in the broadcast. And if Liz Cheney has warned very publicly that America could very well sleepwalk into dictatorship with the re-election of Donald Trump, with this unprecedented move by the Trump administration to suddenly cut off funding, it's fair to ask right now whether America is speedwalking into, if not dictatorship, something a lot less than a functioning democracy. It's where we start today with Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, who has condemned forcefully today's move, calling it a reckless and illegal order, and citing specifically hurricane recovery efforts in his state and economic recovery projects that could be at risk. Senator, your reaction to what's happening and your latest intelligence about everything that is impacted.
Nicole, I'll give you the intelligence because calls are coming in from around Virginia from child care centers that worry that their funding is being cut off to the center or to parents who need it to help their kids with child care, to universities that are doing medical research, who are, billing the research institutions like the NIH for the research they're doing, unsure whether they will get a reimbursement. I've got a nonprofit in Virginia that specializes in helping low-income people and seniors apply for Medicaid. Some of their staff are funded by a federal grant. They think those staffers will potentially lose their jobs. Veterans yesterday told me they had been unable to access the VA portal for even getting medical appointments at the VA. And I have a brand new VA clinic scheduled to open in Fredericksburg in February. The opening date is still scheduled, but they believe they're under a hiring freeze and can't hire the staff that they need to serve veterans in that population. This is all real-time worries coming in from Virginians. It is an illegal order. The Budget Act of 1974 and the Constitution basically say that the budget is congressional. It's an Article I power. Once we do an appropriations deal and we reach a deal that is signed by the president, the executive has to spend those funds in accord with the budget. The president can't unilaterally decide, no, there's a budget document, but I'm going to ignore it. But, Nicole, I really want to focus on this last thing. What the president is doing is not only illegal, it's not only chaotic and damaging to Virginians, it's betraying a deep insecurity, and let me explain why. As you know, we're working on a budget deal right now. The Republicans kicked the budget to March 14. The president has 2 Republican houses. If he wants to cut the budget, he's got majorities in both houses. He could just work with them to do it the lawful way, reach a budget that matches the Trump priorities over the course of the next 6 weeks. The fact that he's not doing that he's using this illegal unilateral executive strategy means he doesn't have confidence that the Republican leadership in both houses will go along with the extremity of the actions that he's taking. That should tell us something.
Well,
Right there.
Right there.
Right there, brother. Right there.
Tim said it. Thank you, Senator Kaine.
Thank you, Senator Kaine, for that. Yeah.
And that need to be on heavy rotation to play heavy.
Yes, sir. Heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But,
Yes,
bro, look, you got a novelist in the seat anyway.
A child in the seat.
A child. Yeah, you're right. A child in the seat.
In the seat. Yeah.
You don't know. He don't know the Constitution.
Can't.
He don't know the laws.
Can't. Because he violated all of them.
All of
He's a felon. I don't think he's concerned about the law.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that boy. So, but again, man, it rolls back to January 6th. Your boy, Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, they could have impeached this player, and we wouldn't be sitting here right now having a conversation about it.
No.
But since y'all gave him a pass,
Since y'all, I'm for my party. I'm for my party. I don't want my party to look bad.
well,
Okay, here we go.
your party going to hell in a handbasket, and everybody got gasoline draws right now.
That boy said gasoline draws.
Gasoline draw, boy. We on fire, okay?
On fire.
We on fire, boy. Not fire, fire.
Fire.
That's what we in this joint. Yeah.
But right then this right here
Hmm.
that happened on Sunday.
That part.
What? I mean, they going in churches, raiding churches, pulling folk out.
Yeah, man.
But bro, it's even deeper than that.
TV reality.
TV reality.
That
What is Dr. Phil doing out there in the field? For what?
for what purpose we have no idea.
What purpose?
And again, if you going for criminals, I think that's a dangerous situation. And
Yeah.
so why are you taking a civilian with cameras?
With cameras. Talking about have the cameras ready.
That tell me you ain't going to get no criminals.
Oh no, this is all about show business.
Show business, man.
Show business.
And to be able to do that, man, is that right there is just not right on so many levels, man.
No, it's not.
You know.
Well,
But here we are.
here's the beautiful beam footage right here on Uncommon Sense.
Well, we're going to stay in Chicago. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, says it arrested more than 1,000 people after detaining another 1,000 on Sunday in raids that immigrant communities and their allies say violate the Constitution and are being carried out in retaliation against sanctuary cities. Newly sworn-in Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem is in New York City now on an ICE raid that was covered live, and agents have been told to be camera ready. She was live tweeting the raid. Soon we'll go to Newark, where Mayor Ras Baraka denounced a warrantless ICE raid Thursday that detained a U.S. veteran and other U.S. citizens. But we begin today's show in Chicago, where ICE officially launched, quote, Enhanced Targeted Operations Sunday with the TV personality Dr. Phil joining Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, and streaming the immigration raids live by about 10 teams of about 10 federal agents each.
Hold on. What the hell? Dr. Phil? Are you serious?
You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up.
Now they're raiding, right? But you got Dr. Phil, and plus you tweeting.
Camera ready.
What?
Who? What? Yeah. It's it's a game. And like I'm saying, player, this is interesting to me. Number one, if I'm an illegal alien and I'm an immigrant in this country, I am not going to be totally visible. And at best,
No.
I'm going to be trying my best to be so far behind the screen you can't even find me.
You can't find me.
So my question is, how they finding these thousands of people just randomly off the street? Excuse me?
Are they just going up, just ringing the doorbell?
I mean, come on, player. Because if you're an illegal immigrant, you're not even getting paid with an actual check.
Right.
We know this,
Right.
right? You have nothing that you can be traced by, or you should if you're smart. Now, I mean, come on, now. You should have nothing that you're being traced by. So my question is, how they quote unquote finding these individuals? Even the mechanism and stuff is not making no sense. And again, your boy Phil, If we're doing something that it has a criminal activity to it and there's danger in this, why am I gonna have a freaking camera?
Has he ever been anywhere like this?
Has he ever done anything like this
During
at
his
all?
whole career at all?
At all? You know he getting a check.
Come on, man. Where was he? Where was he during the election?
Right there,
The
up
Trump
front.
ballot. Yeah.
Up that man's behind. So you know what this is.
Come on, man. Here we go.
It's just a check, man.
Let's go back to the footage.
Nearly half those arrested Sunday had no criminal record. ICE says collateral arrests will continue as it claims to target people who are dangerous.
What is collateral arrest? Where did that come from?
I don't know. They made it up. Me, you just got caught up, player. Dog, it's just like you throwing a drag and whoever get caught up in there gonna get drug in. I mean, really,
So, Doc, we done had collateral arrest all our lives.
bro? Collateral arrest. We've been collateral damage all our life. Bump the arrest, man. We've been damaged all our life.
What?
Bro, you can't make this stuff up, man.
No, you can't.
Collateral arrest.
Okay.
Do you know how many laws they violating with that already? That you can't arrest somebody without being actually convicted of a crime or some kind of crime.
And
So
you have
that-
no search warrant.
So you become collateral arrest.
Collateral arrest.
See,
But nobody's calling nobody on the carpet about this. Nothing.
Somebody, bro.
I don't even. Okay.
A lawyer, man, will have a field day with this.
A field day.
If you really want to get back now, I mean, just jump on immigration, boy. You be going to the races
Yeah.
because they done gave you a lot of cases to handle.
A lot.
Can you imagine the lawsuits, man? They're gonna come out is when somebody who's been a collateral arrest begin to press charges because you now basically in violation of their rights, and now it's false imprisonment.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna come around that corner there, man?
Well, bro, you know, we said that about January 6th. And you see how many was released on that.
Well, you knew that was coming, man.
Yeah, I mean, he told you it was coming, but come on, bro.
Yeah. Again, dude, he doesn't. When the thing came up, bro, as far as signing the executive order, he didn't know what was in there. The proof of the pudding is when a reporter asked him about a particular rioter that had tased this officer, almost had his man have a heart attack, all this stuff. The exact same cat. This man said, "We're looking into it." You done already signed the pardon, player. How can you look at something you already let them go? So how can you look into the case when they've been freed?
When they've been free.
So let you know, have no idea.
No idea. You already pardoned them. They gone.
So how can you look into it?
This is not double jeopardy. You can't bring them back and say, put them back in jail.
Nah. So that lets you know right there, man, he didn't know what he signed. Secondly, he has no idea the ramifications of this. Because again, now one of the riders that was free has already been killed in a shootout. They setting it up, man.
Setting it up, man. Setting it up for chaos.
That's exactly what they want, man.
Yeah.
You know, they want anxiety of somebody, quote unquote, because the only way you're gonna know someone is there is you got to get someone to start telling on somebody some kind of way, informing somebody. So now you got family against family, you got people doing things, crazy stuff, and it's an anxiety it's gonna start creating. And when you got folks now in a situation where they're gonna choose either freedom versus going to work, you about to shut down about 2 or 3 segments of America in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Keep playing it.
Yeah, keep.
So I don't
On Friday,
know.
school officials in Chicago refused to allow agents into an elementary school who were actually not ICE agents, but from the U.S. Secret Service. This comes as 4 Chicago-based immigrant rights groups have sued to stop the raids, and Chicago City Council voted this month not to lift limits on involvement in federal immigration enforcement actions. On Monday, the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee launched an investigation of Chicago and several other sanctuary cities. We go right now to Chicago, where we're joined by Dulce Guzman, Executive Director of Alianza America. She's also a recipient of DACA. That's Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Dulce, thank you for joining us. Can you talk about what's happening in your city?
Yes, thank you for inviting me. In the city and surrounding suburbs, there is a lot of palpable fear and anxiety among families. As you just said, there was over 1,100 ICE arrests across the country, and we still don't know about how many of those were from Chicago. What we have heard from families is that many are choosing to stay home. Many are choosing to not send their kids to school. Several businesses are reporting that they're seeing less business people coming in. So there's a lot of fear and anxiety that is spreading for the same reason that we know that ICE is not only targeting people with criminal backgrounds, but they're targeting people that have been here for many years who have not committed any crime, who are our neighbors.
And Dulce, even those that they claim are folks with criminal backgrounds, apparently many are actually minor infractions. There was a report of a man in Waukegan who was picked up by immigration authorities for deportation, who apparently had who'd been in the country for 20 years and had 2 DUIs, driving under the influence convictions in the past. What about these minor crimes being treated under federal law as aggravated felonies?
Yeah, I think that this administration is trying to make a point about public safety when we know that this is not about public safety. If this really was about public safety and legality, we would not have seen the 1,500 pardons of people that stormed the Capitol and caused violent crimes on police officers. I believe that this is a very high media strategy that's being used to elevate what this administration is trying to push, which is a white supremacist agenda.
Bam.
She said it.
She said it, Doug.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah. Yeah, she said it.
She said it, man.
Hallelujah, man.
This don't make sense.
No, bro. But again, Doc, you got to have a boogeyman, and this definitely will rile up the base as far as immigration. But look who you actually deport. Look at who actually going after, man. It's not the folks who they said they were.
Right.
These are literally, man, low hanging fruit.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, man, if you had some real criminals in this country on that scale, they ain't gonna just go quiet.
They ain't gonna just no.
They ain't gonna go quietly into the night, man. Come on,
bro. It'll be like a little Vietnam out there, brother.
Come on now, bro.
Come on now.
Come on.
Come on now.
And then just here in Georgia, man, just here in Tucker, Georgia, they went to a church and arrested a guy in a church.
In a church, Doc.
I don't see a criminal, trying to praise the Lord at this morning. I'm just saying. I mean,
I go to church. I don't think they find me in the church.
They're not if somebody looking for me.
No.
I might be under the church, but I ain't gonna be upstairs praising the Lord. I'm in the basement somewhere.
I'm in the basement, locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded, man, because this is not gonna work that this way,
bruh.
But the narrative, I mean, it's just like, again, man, you sensationalize something that is obvious, that's low hanging fruit, and this is exactly what they're doing, man. I mean, with the cameras, all this good stuff. One, they're sending going after criminals, and you know that's not what they're doing. If you want to go after criminals, all you got to do is go to the jails, and yonder, there they go.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Doc, it's the narrative, it doesn't add up. And so you're back at square one, where this is nothing but a political scheme. And like she's saying, it's highlighting how they are supporting a white supremacist agenda. And that's exactly what they're doing, Doc.
Because, even some of them was in the service that they called. And they was like, I'm a citizen.
Exactly.
I served the country.
Exactly.
But that's that collateral.
That's a collateral damage. Now you also got a situation with a military, man, where they did have, because the Army did not check for if you're legal or not. But at the end of the day, you had illegal agents, immigrants that actually served in the military. I mean, over in Afghanistan and all that good stuff, doing the terrorist attacks. And but the Army never made them, citizens. Right. And so now when they got discharged, here we go. Now we're off to the races. But this is what we're dealing with, man. And again, this is why I'm saying you got to know who these people are. And you got to know, again, that these are low-hanging fruit that you can grab in. Again, folks who are trying to step on the radar screen are not going to do something that can be easily quote unquote found.
Right.
This is too easy. So you already know, man, this stuff is already scripted out. You're not going to take a TV personality on a raid that could possibly get this man killed,
Right.
or people in the situation killed, and now you open yourself up to lawsuits. So you're not going to do something, man, of that kind of ignorant status unless you're that stupid. Come on. And if you saw the cat Phil was talking to,
Right.
bro, tell me this bro is a goddamn criminal the way he was talking.
No, bro.
No. So you know this is bull, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
right now it is legal, so they can do it.
It is legal. Wow.
And your boys in Mississippi about to take it up a notch, man.
Yeah, they are in Mississippi. They're gonna take it up a notch. Yeah. What's the ruling that they're looking to rule on?
They got a bill right now, man, getting ready to float to the House as far as making bounty hunters being able to go after quote unquote illegal immigrants. How is that?
Right. How do they know they're illegal immigrants?
How do they know? Where are they going to get information from?
Because their name Gomez or Pedro or
dude.
Come on.
If you pass that, you getting ready to open up the Pandora box, man.
That's what they want.
I know that's what they want. But you ain't ready. I'm telling you, man, they're not ready for the backlash on this one. Because again, if you got somebody who is literally defending themselves, they're coming this thing with self-defense. So now you got another issue you got to deal with.
Right.
If somebody just randomly picking you off the street trying to check your credentials and you're like, who the heck are you? And see, now you got that back and forth. And bounty hunters are not law enforcement, bro.
Right. They're not.
Come on, man.
And in some states, they're not legal.
So I'm telling you, man, it is a slippery slope, man, and they sliding down it with grease draws on, bro. It don't make sense.
That boy say grease draws.
Boy, I mean, they just greasing up and sliding down the hill. Hey, let's go forward.
Let's go forward.
So I mean, again, at the end of the day, Doc, it is literally a slippery slope that everybody's on as far as this immigration situation is concerned. There are too many red flags in it, and as far as the dynamics of how this thing is being rolled out. And for the federal government talk about collateral arrest, and can't nobody define what collateral arrest is? See,
well, they trying to live out the campaign promise that they said we're gonna clean it up.
Okay,
all right. you gonna make more dirt.
It looked like the cleanup they trying to do is lay off all the federal workers and clean out the Department of Justice and the Inspector Generals. That's what I'm seeing cleaning the house.
2 million people. What, man? What if 500,000 just took it, man? I mean, come on, bro.
You're talking massive hysteria, bro. You're talking massive shutdown with if you don't have, and these are career.
You're talking about massive salaries too,
dude.
Money.
At the end of the day, bro, these folks been doing this for quite some time. It's not like these are just Johnny come lately.
Exactly.
These are individuals that have been in position for quite some time, and they are career employees. These are not political appointees. These are career employees. So this is what they do. So not only if you get rid of these folks, now you got to retrain people. You got to find the right folk.
47. This is not The Apprentice.
Obviously,
you can't run this the same way.
Well, him and your boy Musk think this is what this is.
Well, Musk, that dude right there, I think he's high or something, man.
Oh, you can look at how he was acting at the campaign till he was high. Jumping around like a little child. You high, boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is too easy where we're going with this.
But bruh, they got hit earlier. Lemon Drop. My boy Lemon Drop dropped this one.
China coming at you, boy.
China coming at you. And China's like, look here.
Yeah.
Y'all think y'all got it. No, y'all ain't got what you think you got.
Not right now, China.
And now if you think you gonna cut us out or you gonna hit us with terrorists,
okay,
wait till we do what you think we don't know how to do.
And
we're going to do it at a cheaper price than what y'all are doing with your boys.
all of
Your
them.
boys done sold you a bag of goods
All of them, man. Yeah.
that they getting over on you.
Yeah, man. All of them.
Here's the wonderful beam footage, right?
I think this DeepSeek AI is going to have more ramifications on the economy than you think. Why did the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ crash first thing on a Monday morning? Why did they drop a whopping 300 and 800 points respectively, sending investors into a tailspin? Why? Was it Trump's immigration raids harming the agricultural sector? Was it Trump's tariff threats over the weekend? Not quite. For once, it doesn't seem like Trump or his temper tantrums are involved, but his buddies certainly are. For years, Trump's billionaire tech bro BFFs have thought that they were kings of the world. They assumed that their research into artificial intelligence was light years ahead of everyone else's. Their technology would revolutionize human society and make them wealthy beyond comprehension, wealthy beyond anybody's wildest imagination. Well, we now know that Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, and company, they are maybe not as smart as they thought they were. Maybe not. You see, Monday morning's stock market crash was a result of the world finding out that they may actually be pretty bad at their jobs.
It was a technological leap that shocked Silicon Valley. A newly unveiled, free, open source AI model that beat some of the most powerful ones on the market. But it wasn't a new launch from OpenAI or model announcement from Anthropic. This one was built in the East by a Chinese research lab called DeepSeek. And the details behind its development stunned top AI researchers here in the US. First, the cost. The AI lab reportedly spent just $5.6 million to build DeepSeek version 3. Compare that to OpenAI, which is spending $5 billion a year. And Google, which expects capital expenditures in 2024 to soar to over $50 billion. And then there's Microsoft that shelled out more than $13 billion just to invest in OpenAI. But even more stunning, how DeepSeek's scrappier model was able to outperform the lavishly funded American ones.
To see the DeepSeek new model, it's super impressive in terms of both how they have really effectively done an open source model that does what is this inference time compute, and it's super compute efficient.
It beat Meta's Llama, OpenAI's GPT-4o, and Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 3.5 on accuracy on wide-ranging tests, a subset of 500 math problems, an AI math evaluation, coding competitions, and a test of spotting and fixing bugs in code.
Yes, DeepSeek shocked the world. The tiny Chinese startup, fewer than 200 employees, appears to have eaten Google and Meta and OpenAI's lunch. Not only does their artificial intelligence seem much smarter than any American version, they produced it for, get this, it was a fraction of the cost. To reiterate, DeepSeek made theirs with $5.6 million. OpenAI will spend $5 billion on their tech this year alone. Now, listen to my friend, Andrew Ross Sorkin over at CNBC. He breaks it down, breaks down what could be the earth-shattering implications of all of this. Watch this.
Today, this week, last week, I think is going to be historic in terms of a major shift, an upending of the entire paradigm around artificial intelligence, the big tech companies, the big chip companies, and everything else around it, including energy. You know, for a very long time, last 2 years, we've talked about these scaling laws, this idea that for AI to get better and better, you need faster and faster chips. They need to be putting tens and hundreds of billions of dollars of investment in place. They need enormous amounts of energy to support all of that. All of a sudden, literally in a week, we've now seen DeepSeek, this Chinese large language model, emerge, where it appears it's all being done at a fraction of the energy, at a fraction of the chip usage. And so if that is true, it really changes the dynamic about all of these investments. We just saw last week Sam Altman to OpenAI, standing next to President Trump, talking about how they're going to invest, $100 billion, $500 billion in chips. And the question is, do you need all of that if, in fact, this small group, tiny group of 200 people figured out how to do this?
Could we be looking at another dot-com bubble? Could this American AI bubble burst? And in the process, could it tank our entire economy? Could we be looking at a possible recession here? Economists are beginning to ponder all of those questions. So we have put so much investment into these big tech companies, haven't we? They're valued at trillions of dollars, not millions, not billions, trillions of dollars. What happens if a tiny Chinese startup sends all the value up in smoke? I'm telling you, my friends, it seems that Trump's tech bros could have really screwed the pooch on this one. Too early.
Yeah.
That part.
Now, Trump announced a $500 billion AI infrastructure investment in the U.S. China spends 5.6 million and blow them out the water.
Booyah!
So, is there a recession?
Oh, you have no idea. Buckle up, buttercup, here it come, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, but I was just reading last week, man, as far as China, as far as they're as far as the tech heavy guys and the kids coming out of college and they can't find, paid jobs. Well, again, when you have this situation here where China has this project that they can pull folks in from everywhere, man, from every walk of life, of course they can do things, man, that America can't do.
Right.
And the dynamic of it is they are not spending their time trying to police the world. They're not spending their time trying to gain Greenland and the Panama Canal. They're actually spending their time and their energy behind, again, innovation, creativity. That's what they're putting their money and effort behind.
Right.
And that is it.
Right.
This is why America will never catch up. You will never catch up with Japan and China and Seoul, because, again, these cats are spending their time, their money, their energy, and their investment in innovation. That's what they do.
Right.
And at the end of the day, man, you will never catch up because you're not there.
No, you're not there.
You're not there.
No, because while you spend way more money, they got the technology right there.
Right there in their hands, man. I mean, Apple builds everything in China.
In China, dog.
Come on, man. All your stuff is over there.
Everything.
That's why your boy Biden was trying to pull back some of the technology that was going out the window. He was trying to pull it back. But, bruh, that cat's out the bag.
Yeah.
When everything is shipped over there, as far as, again, your technology, everything is built over there.
Right.
So there's no reason to understand that why they're not going to be leading in that particular arena. But at the end of the day, player, when you have a country that's more in tune with innovation and stuff like that, there is no rhyme or reason how they're not going to surpass you.
And why don't you just go to that country to get the technology?
You're going to have to now.
You got to. You got to.
You have no other choice.
No other choice. Because they're going to set it up to where you have to come.
You got to come play, man.
You got to come.
That is why they told Rubio, China's ambassador told Rubio, do business wisely. That's what they, bruh. They said, do business wisely. Again, man.
Do business wisely.
Your boy Cheeto,
that's nice.
Govern wisely. I mean,
that was nice.
Bruh, they are trying to be as nice and as politically soft as they possibly can. But they telling you don't want to get in that fight.
First of all, you don't want to get in the fight with, of course, the technology.
You're not going to win.
But of course, we hold your debt.
Both of them. China and
if we want to call it,
not going to go well for you, man. It's not going to go
We can call it when we get ready.
Yeah, man. And if you look at what China's done, man, as far as buying up critical real estate around America,
man,
bro, when you look at where the nuclear silos are held, and then you look right across the road, China's sitting right there with farmland. I mean, what country does that, man, where you let another foreign country come in and buy up property right around your heavily secured areas?
Because I know what I know what he was trying to do.
What?
He was trying to shut China out.
How?
So everything will come through the U.S., meaning all the money will come through the U.S., but you can't win. Your products are being manufactured by them that have the technology.
Everybody, man. You don't have it.
Just imagine if Apple didn't make their phones, their tablets in China, and they tried to do it over here.
Not gonna happen. You don't have the raw material, man. I mean,
No.
all the men are not there. From the raw material to the label to the expertise, all that stuff. You don't have it.
No.
And
You
secondly, if you had it, you ain't gonna pay for it. Do you imagine paying some of these people the dollars y'all pay over there? They move the AI operation over to Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
overnight, and they are paying them cats $2 an hour, bro. To do all that stuff with AI, that's what they're doing, man. So
that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. And so when you're actually unpacking this stuff and you look into a $500 billion investment, where? Into what? The folks you got fueling it are offshore.
Right.
You're not sending over to Nigeria. I know you're not.
And you ain't paying them full price.
You're not paying them full price, man. And to bring that stuff back over here, really now.
But not right. But check this out,
bro.
Now you trying to mess with Canada.
Don't do that.
Okay, you trying to mess with Canada. Now,
Don't do
this is what my beautiful wife put here, right?
Yes, sir.
Says, let me pull it back up.
Mm-hmm.
It says, we get some of our electricity from Canada. Canada says, do what you want.
Yes, sir.
Mess with us if you want to.
Oh, they already getting ready to do it.
We will shut the power off.
They getting ready to do it, man.
We will shut the power off.
They get ready to do it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where you are too independent upon other entities, man, around the world.
You too intertwined into other countries.
Yeah, you can't. And so again, the picture that they painted, as far as America, quote unquote, is a great nation.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a question mark right there. It's a huge question mark, because when you look at it again, like you're saying, your energy is coming from China, all your products are coming. Your energy coming from Canada, and all your products are coming from China. You export and everything is for your agriculture that's coming in. So when you're looking at the dynamics, man, you are too intertwined with these organizations and these governments, man, to try to be all buck. And at the end of the day, man, if they really wanted to, man, they wanted to crank up the energy or to crank up the
bro,
grip on America, they can.
They can,
man.
No problem.
So we understand again, nobody quote unquote wins. But if you begin to really look at what America has, it doesn't have nothing but this thing called capital. That's all you got. That's the only thing folks come to America for, is the capital.
It's the capital.
Again, if you look at as far as your raw materials, all that good stuff is offshore. When you look at again your technology, that's offshore. When you look at again your labor power, that's offshore.
Right.
So the only thing that America has that folks want is capital. That's all you got, player.
Yeah.
And so that at the end of the day, if you strip America down, all you're gonna have is dollar signs, and that right there is even suspect, because when they get that together over there with the EU and all that good stuff, your dollar finna go crashing. And so they setting you up, man, for pull the rug, man, and you keep tugging on it, they're gonna snatch it a whole lot faster.
Oh yeah, they gonna do it.
And Deep Seek just shows you how deep they seeking.
Yeah, they seeking deep, doc.
They seeking deep, boy. And I'm talking about they coming in there with all light.
Why you think they made them sell TikTok?
Come on, man. And now you want to say Microsoft is in the running to buy it?
Microsoft? Bill.
Come on, man.
You on TikTok?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Must be the money.
Bruh. But they've already said they've already got another platform that people are already buying into.
Oh yeah,
They shut off TikTok. So I mean,
they
come on now, bruh. This is too easy.
Too easy.
Too easy. So that they are. You cannot think that China does not already have a go-to,
a backup plan already.
Yeah, come on.
They always have a backup plan.
They in innovation.
Exactly.
you trying to police the world? They in innovation.
Okay, you got Apple. They got Samsung.
That part. And you ain't even got Apple.
No.
Apple don't make nothing over here.
No.
All they do is present what was made somewhere else. That's all they do.
Right. Come on, man.
Come on, Doc.
It's not quote unquote American made.
No, nothing is. And the other part about it, man, Apple doesn't even have its money over here. That stuff is offshore.
Wow.
Come on, man. You can't make this up. So I'm telling you, man, when you start pulling back the onion peel on this one, it's not gonna be pretty, man.
Shout out to Rippy Rodney Allen.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We would love to talk to your cousin, man. We would love to talk to your cousin from NASA.
Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To figure out what Musk's doing on contract.
What contract?
He got 100 of them, man. God,
bro, he got 100 of them, but he just taking money on money on money.
Bro, I'm saying. That's why they try to cut 2 million folks from that doggone budget. But that's not gonna do nothing to.
Bro, they trying to cut. They trying to cut everything.
They trying to find money.
Yeah, that is true.
But you're not gonna find it there, man.
No.
That money's already a lie. That money's basically already spent.
Well, you said that when we were trying to go over how they were gonna do that.
That's all they're doing, man. That's all they're doing. That's the only way you can do it. Again, that money's already been spent. So the only way you're gonna ring in and try to do what you're doing now, you got to pull it from somewhere. You can't pull it from Social Security, Medicare without causing that stink. You cannot pull it from the Department of Defense because that's what now you fooling for deportation and everything else. So what you got left?
Well, you got a novelist in the Department of Defense now.
You have a child.
That too.
You have a child in the Department of Defense. But again, bro, all that good stuff is set by Congress. Now, again, if they want to go into toe to toe, they can.
Yeah.
The question is, will they? That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see some fighting up in here. I want to see Congress go toe to toe with somebody.
There's no honor amongst thieves, my brother. Remember that.
Man, come on with it now. Somebody say something.
Come on.
Let's get it on, man. Let's start
common sense conversations, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Wow. What a 2 weeks. Who would think that even Trump being in there for 2 weeks, all this stuff? I mean, it's like every day.
It's a smoke screen, man.
It's smoke screen.
That's all it is, man.
Smoke screen.
That's all it is. All this stuff he's doing, man, is nothing but distraction. Because at the end of the day, if it's not policy, if it's not legal, nothing's going to happen. Everything else, man, is just smoke to take your eyes and your attention from that which really is important, which is the tax stuff they're proposing. Again, the stuff they're doing as far as gutting everything else, removing restrictions. When you're talking about the environment, how they're snatching all that good stuff back, the regulations open up federal land for drilling and oil drill, stuff like that. So now you're getting ready to mess with the environment again. That's the stuff, man, where your attention need to be. Not over there on ISIS.
No.
Because they was already doing ISIS already.
Yeah.
They was importing people like that before Trump. You ain't doing nothing new. You just putting cameras on it now. That's
all. You putting cameras on it to make you think you're doing something.
Man, Obama got the title of being the chief of deportation because he deported more people than anybody.
Right.
So Trump ain't doing nothing that wasn't done before.
Right. Well,
other than cameras.
other than camera.
Yeah.
And also, brother,
yes, sir.
Doing it to people who don't deserve for it to happen to them.
That part right there, man. You know,
Without any kind of research or anything, just gonna get people.
Yeah, that's all you got, man.
Because your name Perez or Diaz or Montanez or something.
Like I said, man, I would love to see their matrix of how they decided who they going to go get, and how do you know where they at? You know, I mean, come on, man. It's just it doesn't make sense, man. But the guardrails again, they're supposed to be there to prevent this kind of foolishness. They better start using them suckers, or you know, because come 2026, man, when them midterm roll around here again, see that's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, it's gonna be an issue.
That's gonna be the issue.
It's gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
But then you'll know who's for who.
Oh, you know that already.
I mean, you know it already, but really, you'll see.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Mm-hmm. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
It's on in there, man. Welcome to 2025.
Uncommon Sense, where we have uncommon sense conversations making common sense out of all this craziness that's going on.
Right.
Michael B. Wright.
Ah.
It's a plum pleasing pleasure, my brother.
Same on this side, that Jay Howard.
Yes,
you make it right every day, man. You make it right every day.
Yes, sir. We're out. Until next week.